Thanks.
Take your time.
Louise was going to give evidence, and then she was going to go into the witness protection program. After 6 months, she was going to fly out to Australia and set up home. I'd then hand in my notice, and I'd go and meet her. I'd go and be with her, and we'd be together, and then we'd start our new life.
So Larson wants to stop his wife giving evidence, and he wants to pin her death on you.
From prison?
His influence is all over the city, sir. Don't think that putting Larson in prison is going to stop him operating, because he's got so many people on his payroll that he just gives an order and someone's more than happy to stand up and do it. I was drugged. I was set up.
Zane, have you got anything for me?
Yeah, I've been in touch with a hotel and there was a room reserved under Smithy's name.
Do they remember Smithy?
No, but the receptionist does remember Louise Larson.
That doesn't really help, does it?
Well, it does tie in with Smithy's theory that he was drugged, which explains why he can't account for the 2-hour gap between 4 and 6.
OK, talk me through it.
I could argue that you're pointing the finger at Larson in order to divert attention from yourself.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
I loved Louise.
Mr. Larson could say the same thing. Accidents happen all the time. Spur-of-the-moment decisions based on poor judgment can come back to haunt us.
What are you getting at?
I'm suggesting that you're asking us to look into Larson so that we don't find the truth.
The truth?
Yeah. You could have killed Louise. You could have had too much to drink, argued with her. And then when she got out of the car to leave, you drove off in a rage and clipped her, knocked her down.
No.
You didn't know what you were doing. You had too much to drink. But now you're sober, and you don't want to face up to what you did. An accident.
That's not how it happened.
And tell me how it happened.
I don't know. But it wasn't like that. I didn't kill Louise because I couldn't.
Okay. Okay. Interview suspended at 13:18. We'll have the results from forensics soon.
Yeah.
Fine. Fine, thanks. I've just had a report that Sergeant Smith sent a text to Louise Larson at 6:10 last night.
What did it say?
Meet me at the Bessborough Hotel. I've got a surprise for you. This means his story doesn't hold up. Inspector Howell's at the scene now. He's ready for us. There's a car out front.
What do we do about Smithy?
Bail him for now. We'll call him when we get back.
You okay? He's just doing his job.
I should have finished it. This is all down to me.
You're going to be bailed, so you're free to leave the station. I suggest you go home and get some sleep.
So,
Louise Larson's body was discovered here. She was killed on impact, and the injuries sustained were definitely caused by Sergeant Smith's car.
And that's been confirmed.
Yeah, the point of impact on the car matches Mrs. Larson's injuries. Metal and paint fragments on her body are an exact match, and material from Mrs. Larson's coat was found in the radiator grill of Sergeant Smith's car, so yes. Now, Mrs. Larson's injuries are consistent with a collision at speed. And the tyre marks here indicate that the car mounted the curb, did a U-turn.
Came back on itself.
To drive at her a second time. This wasn't an accident, Superintendent. This was murder.
Zane, it's me. Listen, I've remembered something.
Neil, good to see you again.
Likewise, Gov. Just wish the circumstances were different.
It's because of the circumstances I requested you be assigned to the case from MIT.
Well, I'm hoping I can help Smithy at the same time as investigating the murder.
Well, I'm sure of it. I wasn't sure you'd accept the case. I'm glad you did.
Thank you, sir. I've told DCI Keane that I'd like uniform support from Sun Hill. Now, you say that Smithy's been in touch?
Yeah, he's remembered something from last night. If it turns out to be true, it could be just what we've been hoping for.
Yvonne?
Just the woman I'm looking for. This is the CCTV footage of the area around the hotel, and this is the IC1 mail that we're looking for.
Our task uniform, sir.
Oh, him again. Gotta be DPS written all over him.
Probably.
They all look like they've just trodden in something. Beware the smiling knife.
Hello, Emma.
Hi.
On first name terms with the powers that be, eh?
Who's he?
He's a Detective Chief Inspector with the DPS.
How come you know that and I don't?
Because he's my dad and not yours.
Right. As you know, last night Sergeant Smith was involved in an RTC. As a result of inquiries and forensic evidence presented, this is now a murder case. And I'll be asking some of you to help me with the MIT investigation. Now, forensics have told us that Smithy's car deliberately hit Louise Larson. And so far, all the evidence we have confirms it. There are two crime scenes. One where Louise Larson's body was found, and the other where Smithy was found in his car.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious, Gov. Smithy's been set up. This whole thing's got Pete Larson stamped all over it.
Sergeant Smith has given us a blood sample, and we've sent it to analysis, and we're waiting results, and hopefully this will prove his theory that he was drugged.
But it does tie in with symptoms experienced from taking GHB, Gov. Amnesia, nausea, loss of consciousness.
Which could be seen as convenient in this case. What? He's a copper. He knows what we know. We have to explore the possibility that he might be making the whole thing up.
Right, well, we have to check anything that could give us a lead. So that's bank transactions, credit card statements, phone calls.
We also need to interview Louise Larson's flatmate to see if she knows anything that can corroborate Smithy's version of events.
We'll take that, Gov.
OK, we'll go gently on her. We haven't been able to inform her of the death yet.
Right, let's get cracking.
OK, see you in a bit, sir.
Good to see you, Neil.
Good to see you, sir.
Nice to be working with Jack again.
Yeah, it's good to be back here. I never thought I'd say it, but I've missed it.
So no regrets about turning down my job offer?
Not yet, but there's still time.
Gov, Smithy's at the front desk.
Look, I arrived at the hotel and I parked in the usual place. I get out of the car and the next thing there's a gun in my face and a man telling me to get back in the car and drive. He's sitting next to me and we stop and then there's a